It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And front and center is Jacoby Brissett. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Commanders and the 49ers, next on EA Sports.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. Folks are fine-tuning their resolutions. Fitness clubs ready for that January boon. But these two teams have one more important piece of business to take care of before the calendar turns to 2024.
And I'll be one of those, trying to get it going in January, trying to get my physical fitness on. But first, we've got a game to get on here. Two teams trying to finish strong before.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway, Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Brissett. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down at 7. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On play action, Brissett. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Brissett now. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Robert Tunyon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 4 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, Charles, look, this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He was looking for Jawan Jennings that time,
but now it's third down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Nick Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Gets past one man. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and now it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Washington offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First down, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 37 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point try now for Moody.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score.
Touchdown, Washington.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy looking to throw.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Now Purdy.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They go play action here. Purdy.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4.
McCaffrey on the counter. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense set to take over again.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Nick Bosa
able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. A 2nd down throw for Brissett.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Brissett sets to throw it. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Chase Young gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Bell. A good pickup there at 22.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
The Niners at 7-8 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
Touchdown! George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense back out there. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A second down throw for Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Purdy off the play fake. And he slings one that's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Brissett. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's fielded at the 45. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Moody for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he goes out right around the 39. 52 yards on the ground for him so far. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. On 3rd down, Brissett. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Purdy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Brissett now on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers 1st down as he's down at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners add 6 to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't
you?
you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Out of the gun, Brissett. And down he goes. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Here's Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw, Brissett. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Bell brings it in across the formation.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Brissett. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. That's Samuel, caught left side. Only able to gain a couple there, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. First down, here's Mitchell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Purdy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Byron Pringle now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Brissett on first down. Complete, it's Dotson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Brissett.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. On second and a long way to go. Brissett, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. And that's incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Out of the gun, Purdy. This is Jennings. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. Now a run with McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. McCaffrey on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Brissett. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brissett. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On 3rd down, Brissett. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
167 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners,
the victory gets them back to 500, 8-8 on the year.